A heartbreaking situation in southern Africa. The country of Namibia is facing its worst drought in a century, and it's now planning to kill over 700 wild animals. We're talking about elephants, zebras, and hippos just to feed people who are hungry.
This drought has pushed nearly half of Namibia's population to the brink of starvation, with both food and water becoming increasingly scarce. CNN correspondent Larry Madowo joins us now live with more. Larry, this is obviously a dire situation.
That's right, Boris, Brianna. Desperate measures. Namibia having to kill wildlife to feed people who are starving, and yet the country seeing it as a necessary evil. In fact, the Ministry of Environment, they're calling it a sustainability intervention. Why? Because these animals will die anyway because of this drought, the worst in 100 years. And the practical parts of this first. They will come from areas that the government says have sustainable game numbers, and they will be killed by professional hunters and distributed to people in need all across the country. So that is the background for that. What kind of animals are we talking about? It's a fascinating number of different species we're talking about here. 83 elephants, 60 buffaloes, 30 hippos, 300 zebras, 100 blue wildebeest, 15 impalas, and 100 elands. So these are some of the animals that are earmarked for that. Already about 150 animals have been killed, providing more than 125,000 pounds of game meat to those that are in need across the country. Namibia and most of Southern Africa facing the worst drought in a century because of the El Nino weather phenomenon. Rain has dried up there, and this has been exacerbated by the climate crisis. And the other part of this is because the water has dried up, grazing lands are in limited supply. There's been some deadly human-wildlife conflict. So especially the elephants have been going into people's homes, and the people fight back. And so this is part of the reason why 83 elephants are part of this. That's a big number. Elephants are protected in many parts of the world, but Southern Africa has a population of about 200,000 elephants, so this will not make a big dent in that, but still, truly desperate measures to see a country having to kill wildlife to just feed the people who are at risk of starvation, almost half the population.